What's up guys, thank you for watching another video. If you remember from the last episode, we finally got the DSN started after what feels like forever. I am super happy. Honestly, I was not expecting the car to turn on last time, so I'm completely like blown away at how well the car's coming back together. Honestly, the car is pretty much ready besides a couple little things and the drive shaft. So I mean, the car could be done technically in a couple of days, but as you guys know, we only touch this car around once a week, so it gets really difficult to even post content. Obviously, I've been posting every week, around every Thursday for you guys, and I apologize, but I don't have the time to pretty much work on it pretty much every day. Hopefully by the new year, I will start posting more and more videos on YouTube. I'm gonna start taking it more seriously. As of right now, I only post once a week, so it is a little bit of content, but I always try to stay consistent for you guys, and I will never stop posting. And I always get a couple of you guys in the DMs asking like what these things are on the garage. These are what you call wall scrolls. They are custom made. I've had them made over time, but I do plan on selling some soon. I know you guys always love the garage. I mean, it does give your garage like a really nice, custom feel to it. I completely love them. I got them made like a year and a half ago. So usually they come with rods up here and like some little caps and like some hooks you could actually hang it. I personally took all that off and I just like put them all together to kind of make like some sort of collage. I think the garage just looks sick overall, but I will be offering, I think, this one real soon. I will post it on the Race Legacy Instagram, which I'll post right here, and on the bio. You could also buy like a sticker right here. A lot of you guys have actually been buying this sticker. I'm almost out, so if you guys want one, link in the description. But these will be available right next to this. And then eventually I'll start putting more design up for you guys, including new pictures that I will be taking of the cars, of course. And I also plan on making shirts and hoodies. I'm already getting a design made as we speak right now. So if you guys want to cop one, make sure to keep an eye out because I will be posting about it real soon. Anyways, today's gonna be a pretty short video. Honestly, it's just me today. So I do plan on pretty much putting the fender back on together. I'm unplugging the whole wiring harness because it's all over the place, because we were only testing it to make sure that it worked properly. It does, so now we can actually unplug it and wire tuck it. And I also have to find out why these damn shift linkages aren't working. In the last video where we started it, if I removed my foot from the clutch pedal, the car would pretty much die. It's stuck in gear, so I have to find out what's going on there. And I do have to put this whole interior back together. It's completely taken apart. The seat isn't bolted down. The cluster isn't wired in properly. It's missing bolts, so I have to tuck the wiring down under the dash. I have to put all the panels back on. I have to pretty much put the seat back on because we were working on the fuel pump last time. And besides all that, I do have to put the car on jack stands so I could go under and actually measure the drive shaft to get it custom made. So I have to make sure I have to get the proper measurements before I take it in. And I actually am going to go ahead and put the gram light wheels back on the Eclipse just for right now because I kind of do miss the look. I just wanted to see how they look. They look really good. Eventually I will put them back on, but for today, basically we're going to go ahead and swap these back over by the end of the video. So first we're going to go and start with the fender, and then we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. Alright, so the fender's completely on now. Now I'm going to go ahead and focus on pretty much detaching the whole wiring harness from the car. As you can see, it's a complete mess. I'm probably gonna wait for Lazy though, since he's pretty much more experienced with a wire tuck. I've never done a wire tuck in my life, but I will at least have it unplugged for him so that when he does come, we have it all ready for him. So let's get to it. Alright, I went ahead and pretty much just connected every sensor except for this one. This one's being a pain in the butt, so this one's still on. I'll take it off in a bit, but as you can see, everything else is pretty much disconnected and ready for when Lazy comes. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and start focusing towards the interior. As you guys remember, the seat isn't even bolted down. The rear seat isn't put back together. I still have some tools in there. The cluster isn't properly attached. The wiring's a mess down here. I have to pretty much tidy all that up. Put the radio back in the car. Just make sure everything's ready. There you go, it's out. Alright, so now we have all the room. This thing is a complete mess, so I'm gonna go ahead and start by basically putting the seat back on. I think I have some tools in there, so I'm gonna clean up the back first and I'll get back to you guys right now. I'm asking the Lord for protection. Yeah, I'm counting this money while counting my blessings. Yeah. Pray for better tomorrows. Pray for better tomorrows. Alright, so the fuel pump setup is all done. The rear seat is on. I got the little harness bar here set up as well. Before I do put the bright seat back in the car, I am going to go ahead and finish up the front. As you can see, I have like everything sitting everywhere. The radio isn't even plugged in. The gauge wiring is all messed up. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this all up. It's really tedious, so it might take me a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and get back to you guys once it's done and then show you how it looks.
Need to start drinking less, cause when I'm sipping, get to reminiscing, and reminiscing only keep me tripping, cause I'm here but you missing.
Alright, so at this point I went ahead and fixed the whole wiring mess that was down here. I put this thing back together, and I went ahead and cleaned up this side of the car as well. I didn't put everything back together because we do still have the shifter linkage issue, and when we start doing the wiring, just in case we have to go back into the car, I want to make sure that everything's easily accessible, because I don't want to take everything back apart again, just in case if we have to. As far as like everything's kind of cleaned up as of right now, I'm pretty much happy. I am going to go ahead and vacuum this whole portion right here because it is super dirty from like being in here all the time. So I'm gonna vacuum it, and then we'll go ahead and put the seat on, and then we're gonna go ahead and start working towards measuring the drive shaft. So I have to go ahead and find a measuring tape as well.
We would ride to town, I wasn't worried about nothing. Didn't care about nothing. But now you're not here for them simple
and the fire extinguisher to finish it off right in there. Alright, cool. So the interior is pretty much done. As you guys can see, it looks a lot better. Like I mentioned before, it's not fully attached. You can see like there's some parts that are completely disconnected, including the middle piece, because we still might need to go back into the wiring right there, and we also have to figure out what we're gonna do with the shift linkage, which I'm gonna try to mess with it right now, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. What else is left? I pretty much have a muffler to install here because it has no muffler, but I am going to be installing a muffler on the white Eclipse. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this one that this Eclipse had or the other one that I got from David. And we still have to attach the downpipe, which I don't think is going to fit with the new transfer case. This is the middle piece here. And then of course the cage, which we'll do in another video. But I mean, pretty much besides that, all that's left is show you guys what's going on with the shift linkages, and after that we're going to go ahead and swap wheels with the Evo and have this thing back to how it was originally. Alright, so here's what's going on. Basically, as you can see, this is like really weird. When we turned it on last time, I wasn't able to go into neutral. It sits at a weird angle, and everything is connected both on the shifter base side and on the transmission side. It looks like it goes into first and second, and that's it. It doesn't want to push to the right at all. So I'm hoping it's not the transmission. I'm hoping it's like a super simple fix, but then again, I'm not too sure. Again, it's not fully attached either. As you can see, it's missing the cotter pins, but everything's connected here. I don't know if I have them on the wrong side or something's going on, but I'm pretty sure I have them set up correctly. So I'm gonna switch them over and see if it makes a difference, and I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I went ahead and swapped them out. I'm gonna go on the inside and see if it makes a difference. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If you guys have any idea what could be wrong with it, let me know in the comments, because yeah, this is okay, so it's weird, but first, second, this feels really loose. Fifth, reverse. Okay, so we have better maneuverability like this. This might be it. But it feels weird. Either way, let me know in the comments what could be possibly wrong. It might just be the shift linkages. We do have to fully attach them on that end, but I mean, just by switching them out, it already feels a lot better. It feels weird, but I mean, I actually have full access to all 5 gears, so that's a plus. That's a good sign. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the car in jack stands because we do have to measure the drive shaft. The only issue is I don't know if I have a tape measure out of all the tools, a tape measure to measure the length of the drive shaft here. So let me see if I can find one. All right, so we actually ended up finding one. So now I'm gonna go ahead and jack up the car, put on jack stands. All right guys, so I'm not gonna go through the struggle of bolting this up by myself. where the bolt goes right here, all the way down to where the splines go up right here on the transfer case, which is above the camera. I went ahead and measured. It looks like it's 29 inches, 29 and a half inches around there. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and get the exact measurement, take it to the shop in the next video, and then test fit it and then make any adjustments. So at least we have the measurements now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and then I'll explain everything. So basically what I did is I measured the equivalent of the bolt that goes down here all the way to the trip of the transfer case. Once I measured, I have the measurements right here. So as you can see, I have it marked exactly where the drive shaft sits. Once I go ahead and measure it to this, we are gonna have to end up cutting the drive shaft like around 6 inches. Anyways, I'm gonna take those measurements to the drive shaft shop, and what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna have them cut to spec. Anyways, we're just gonna finish off the video by swapping out the wheels once again to have the car looking like it used to. Again, it's just temporary. Again, I just like switching between, you know, the wheels back and forth, just because I get bored easily. So I'm gonna put you guys in a time lapse, and then we'll see how I look.
Pray for better tomorrows. Pray for better tomorrows. I'm praying for better days, cause it gotta be more to this. Shit, it gotta be something else. It gotta be more than wealth. It gotta be more than health. It gotta be better places. Reunite with familiar faces. For that day I'll be waiting.
Alright guys, so we're finally done. It was super tedious, and as you can see, California's being super weird, and we have like super early sunsets. It's currently 5 p.m. but it's like pitch dark outside. But the cars are pretty much done. I know you can't see them, but they have their old original wheel setup on already, and as you can see, the old AB hood I have right here. We might put it back on the car, we might not. I have some plans for it, but I'll tell you guys later. Anyways, we did do a lot of progress in the 2G. I hope you guys enjoyed the short update video, and stay tuned because the next one will pretty much be doing the whole drive shaft thing, so we're gonna figure it out. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.
I'm like, fuck it. Yeah. Pray for better tomorrows.